Hello, and welcome to another episode of My Golden Life. I'm Lisa Neller, your host. And today I have a really fun topic that we are going to cover. And with my special guest, Laura Johnson, and she owns a company called Busted. And what we're going to talk about today is all things related to bust size, bra size, comfort and fitting for your bras in the second half of life. And Laura is an expert. She is the co-founder and chief support officer at Busted. So that's Bust with an apostrophe and two D's, capital D's. Laura is your go-to bra lady, offering a fitting experience unlike any other. She is dedicated to supporting curves of all sizes and ages with her expertise and providing and proving how life-changing the right bra can be for comfort and confidence. I love this topic, and welcome, Laura, by the way. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here with me. I just thought this would be such a fun topic for women in the second half of life
Yep.
because, body changes over the
Yes,
course of a lifetime, right? And
correct. Many changes.
many changes. And so, but I also want the audience to know that you are an entrepreneur, but also you spent 20 years in corporate America. I think you have an MBA from an international university. Is it Thunderbird? Yeah.
Correct.
So she has this expertise in bra fitting and that kind of thing, but she also comes with a lot of knowledge about business and all kinds of things. So can you, Laura, let's start with you just sharing your story about how you got where you are right now.
Absolutely. I'd love to. All right. So actually, interestingly enough, speaking of Thunderbird and my experience getting my MBA is actually where I had the idea to start Busted. So I was actually talking with some classmates at the time in an entrepreneurship class and saying I was just frustrated for years. Was going through a divorce at the time as well, and I just wasn't feeling confident in my bras and just very frustrated by the industry. And my classmates actually talked me into doing it for a project for a class, and ultimately it turned into a business that here I am today. Yeah, I started my business out of personal frustration, feeling I needed to do something to change it, right? Instead of waiting for the market and the industry to catch up, I started my own business and I became an expert bra fitter over the years and seeing how much it changed for myself and customers that I fit. I'm just happy to share what I've learned throughout the years on this journey.
I think it's a wonderful passion. And because there are a lot of women out there who are uncomfortable. And I think, comfort goes along with physical and mental health.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the basics. What are the most common mistakes that women make when choosing their bra size,
Yeah.
and how can they avoid them?
So there's a couple of things. I think for the most part, women tend to think they're a specific cup size and will adjust their band size to fit into that cup size frequently, especially when they start to get into D double D range. A lot of the traditional retail stores only go to like a double D, for example. And when those stop fitting, they'll just keep going up band sizes until they get into that. They've also think that they've been one size their whole life and think, oh, I'm not going to change. That's it. Not realizing that, an average woman is going to wear at least 6 different sizes throughout her life, at least. I know that's a lot. So I think it's this like just I know what I am, I know what I should be, and sort of that lack of knowledge of how things should fit. I kind of don't blame women for making these mistakes. It's kind of a mystery. I mean, we've got numbers and letters, and what do those letters even mean? I think that's another. I don't know. That's a mistake. I don't know that women understand truly what the letters mean. right? A, B, C, D, like what measurement is that, right? Um, so I think that, getting expert advice from someone like me is probably the mistake most people make, but not all experts are created equal. Not all bra fitters are created equal. So I like to really dive in with any women that come to me, and let's talk about how it should fit. And really, I think I will change their perspective quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, when you go into a retail store and you buy a bra, nobody's there to help you
No,
fit,
most places
right?
don't.
There's someone there checking you out, but like they don't care what bras you're buying or what size you are, or are you going to be happy with this bra? Nobody cares.
No.
So I think this is a highly personal service that is a
Yes.
wonderful service that you're offering. Tell us how should a properly fitted bra feel,
Yeah.
and what are some of the signs that the bra that you're wearing is the wrong fit?
Yeah. So I actually have some good content plans on this. I actually received an email from a competitor who I won't name. I get an email, and they're advertising a bra and how it has great support and whatnot. And all I did was see like 6 different flaws in the fit of the bra in this photo. So just thinking about like that photo. So first and foremost, I think of when you lift your arms, does your bra separate from your body underneath? Like, is your underwire or bra or whatever coming away from your body? That is a sign that your band is not small enough and or your cup is not big enough. Straps falling down the shoulders tends to be another one. So I often hear from women that they have wide shoulders or wide rib cage. 99% not the case. Typically, your straps are falling down off of your shoulders because it's set for a wider person. So most women are wearing 4 inches too big on the band size. So if you're wearing a 38, you're probably supposed to be a 34. So what happens is if you are a 34 rib cage wise and you're wearing a 38, those straps are set for somebody who's a 38, not a 34. So they're going to be falling off of your shoulders. Another sign is back fat. So that's actually a sign, again, that your band size is probably too big, not too small, because what happens is it like slides up and rides in your natural fat folds or curves. Like nobody's, I mean, unless you're 20 and 100 pounds, like everybody's got a little bit of skin and fat happening, right? So what happens is that bra kind of rides up your back and settles in those curves. When it's nice and firm and fitted more properly, it sits lower on the back. So again, also up higher. You want it nice and low on the back, and it's going to kind of smooth everything out, right? So that's another big sign. I see women with it like up near their bra straps, up near their shoulder blades. So you think about it like a cantilever thing, right? So if they're if it's up in the back, it's probably low in the front. So you kind of want it the other way. You want it nice and low in the back so that you're up higher in the front. So those are probably some of my most common. I would say the last one I could probably mention is what we call packing in the middle. The center of your bra should sit against your breastplate, right? So it should actually touch. I see a lot of women where it sets out from it. So that's another sign. And that's typically not a big enough cup size or small enough band size. It's almost every woman I go down 4 inches on the band size and at least 2, if not more, cup sizes up.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
That you can look at someone in their bra and go, "Oh yeah, I see this, 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 and this." It's like, I teach yoga, so when I look at someone in a pose, I can see, what's working and what's not. Not that it's wrong. It's just, what's going to be most effective for your body, right? Yeah. Um, I had mentioned to you when we talked earlier that I always had boob envy, right? Like I've always had small breasts. And I used to look at everyone with large breasts and I would be so envious. Like, why didn't I get those? My mother had them.
Yeah.
and Um, what I want to do is really share that I'm over that now. And
Good.
yeah, and that I think acceptance of your body is a thing. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Absolutely. This is something that I had to go through myself. I kind of developed a little bit later in life. So I actually got made fun of in middle school for being like kind of more flat chested. I developed very late. Got my period very late for, my age and my peers, but yeah,
Me
very late.
too.
Yeah, very late. So I kind of got busty like in college basically. And actually some of my high school friends all had a boob job. So that was pretty funny. I was like, nope, nope. They just kind of developed it. Now I'm a pretty busty person. I always really like to. I know you're kind of only here up, but I always like to announce my bra size. It's a 34J. I know it sounds enormous. It's really not that big. Yes, I am busty, but it's not that big. But I think what I went through in starting this business and realizing what bra sizes should be, what I should be wearing. I was wearing a 38 double D back then, and I'm not one that gets down on myself a lot, but I really felt that like there was something wrong with me and abnormal, and I was like, why are the 38 double Ds not fitting? Why am I busting out of these? I'm not that odd. I don't feel that different from people. I see other busty women. And then why do they all look like they're made for, grandmas? Like I just nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being a grandma, but I was just like, why is this like this most hideous print? I was like, I'm young and vibrant and I want something fun. And so that was just something I kind of had to get over. I was like, I'm not going to be bigger than a double D. I'm not going to be bigger than a double D. And then I realized there's nothing wrong with being a double D. That's the problem that the industry has done to us, right? In order to mass market their bras, they have tried to get us into A, B, C, D, and double D. And they told you that double D is big and it's the biggest it's going to get. And that's just not true. I mean, I go up to an O cup in what we carry. So my J is not anywhere close to that O. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I just had to kind of reset in my brain what is normal, what is average, what is acceptable. And once I kind of got over what the numbers and letters were, I just felt better. Right?
Mm,
I was like,
yeah.
this is so much better. Who cares what the same with your dress size, right? Who cares what the number on the thing says? Do you look good? Do you feel good? Are you happy with yourself? Then I don't care what the number on the tag says, right? So
Yeah.
that was a story
I,
I've gone through myself.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. So, ladies out there who are listening, be in loving acceptance of your breast size and know that there's a bra for you that is going to be more comfortable. And I think what Laura is saying is that comfort is queen here, and and feeling good is what matters, and feeling good in your undergarments and your outer garments. So, but let's talk about changes in breast size and
Yep.
shape. So, how do life changes like pregnancy, weight loss, or weight gain
Yep.
or menopause affect bra size and fit?
Yeah. So there's as women, our bodies go through so much more changes than men's. I feel like, right? We've got the pregnancy, not just the aging, that might impact that. So there's a number of things. So obviously, I'm not going to go too much into pregnancy. I think for those that have gone through that, that you start to make the milk production, and then if you're breastfeeding, you gain a just breastfeeding, right? So
Yeah.
that's a whole other different area. But as we age, and that starts basically in your 30s. I mean, really, you're getting out of your 20s, and things start to change. Progesterone and estrogen levels start to change. Collagen and elastin levels in your skin change, right? Significant amounts of weight loss and weight gain are also going to impact that, right? So you could have looser skin, not just from elastin and collagen levels, but also from significant amounts of weight loss, right? So you can also have fat distribution changes that might happen, right? So they're like for, if you think about like, so with pregnancy, with milk production, once you're at an age where there's no more possibility of potential milk production, that fat tissue can actually change like types and consistency. So you're actually going to see that. Breast tissue is a specific type of fat. It is not the same fat that is in the rest of your body. And in fact, it's a huge microcosm for your entire life. They can tell you like everything about your life, but looking at your breast tissues. It's like really fascinating, kind of scary thought. Just think about them analyzing what is in your breast tissue, but that consistency changes over time. So what that means is your size changes, the types of bras that you need change, and whatnot. So there's constant change in the breast area.
Wow, that's fascinating. Okay. So what should all right, can you share some tips
Yeah.
for choosing the right bra style for different body shapes and outfits?
Yep. So I actually had a wedding I went to recently, and I have a bunch of bras that I own and wear on a regular basis, and only one bra worked for this dress, right? But really, first and foremost, is I want women to choose a bra that works best for them. So I get a lot of women that shy away from a thicker band. I would say for most women, a thicker band is good. So it's like 3 hooks, 1 or 2 hooks. It's gonna kind of, it's just not gonna give you that support. It's gonna kind of cut through your skin, create back fat, right? So I look for a good, nice, firm band. There is a lot of women really like molded cups. To me, that, and I have an example. So just so everybody knows when I say the different types, if I don't make a mess throwing things on the ground, but this is a molded cup. So like the pre-formed, right? Most women like and prefer that. They feel like they get good nipple coverage. However, to me, the unlined, sometimes referred to as a cut and sew, so it's not formed. It has multiple parts to the cup. Most women, this fits better. And this is because it can kind of mold and adjust to your breast, whereas you're just trying to fill the cup on a molded cup. So I do say if you have a way that you can use these more often in your life, the unlined, I do feel like they're going to give you a better fit. We also, all of us have one breast bigger than the other. It's extremely normal. In fact, everybody has one bigger than the other. Some are just more pronounced than others. And this is also more forgiving in that area as well. So you don't have the gapping as much. And I would always say fit your bigger one. Definitely always fit your bigger one. I'd rather have just a little bit of gapping than to be spilling out, over the top. So those are one more fit thing. Your cup, if you do wear underwires, it should go all the way back under your armpit. A lot of women, it'll fit here and it'll kind of dig into the side. And I think that's one of the reasons why women hate underwire so much, is it's digging in the wrong spot. So it should sit all the way back under your armpit.
I just want to mention that you may be listening to the audio version of this, but if you wanted to see some of the visuals and what Laura's talking about, you can also view the YouTube channel, My Golden Life. It ends with a 1, the number 1, but it's true. We are asymmetrical, like in our entire body, and we not only have one breast a little bigger than the other, or maybe significantly, but also our feet are different. So when you said that, fit the big one, I'm like, yeah, my right foot's bigger, or my left foot's bigger than my right. So
that big one.
That rang true to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think you've given some good tips. Let's talk about what you offer. Let's talk about what you do and how you do it and where you do it and all of that, and then we'll share that information.
Yeah. So just like any other retailer, we offer bras for sale. But my big thing is I really want to consult with women on proper fit and sizing and styling. So I can talk about molded cups and I can talk about online, but it goes deeper than that. right? So, are you fuller at the top or fuller at the bottom? Do you have more side breast tissue than others that you need some push forward, right? So this is all part of the consultation. So we do some measurements. I will tell you, I often am better with my eyes than I am with the tape measure. I can just look the most part and just tell you what you are. But here's the problem with the tape measure. You can measure yourself under bust and over bust. So whatever you measure under is what you are. Don't add inches. Whatever you measure over, every inch difference from your band size to the over measurement is a cup size. So that it's not that difficult of a formula, and there's information on my site about that. But that's only a starting point, right? So that's what we do is we start and we say, okay, let's try this on. Let's see how this fits. Let's look at your breast shape. Let's look at the consistency of your, fat and skin. So I really walk through and go through what is fitting you best, and balance that with your preferences. So really go through about an hour fitting session where I walk through and have you try on some things. And we're mobile. So I'm not going to try to have you come to my store with fancy lighting and a 20-year-old that I just gave a tape measure to and said, here's how you do some measurements. We know that store, don't we all? But I come to you and I'll do in-home fitting. So I will come with a couple of bins of bras and we'll try some stuff on. I do offer a virtual option as well for those folks not located in the Arizona or Phoenix Valley. So I can do basically like what we're doing here, Lisa, basically on a Zoom. You can be fully clothed. But yeah, I just really want to consult with women and show them how much it can change their life. I mean, I went from a 38 double D to a 34J. When I lose a little weight, I'll probably be down to a 32J. But and I so many women I have changed their lives with that through these consultations, and they say they can't go back to what they were wearing before. They didn't know how much better it could be, how much more comfortable and confident they could be. So I'm just really trying to share that and take away the frustration that I experienced and see how I can change your life and make you feel better.
I love that. I love that you offer this personal service. And I've looked at your website and it's a beautiful website. So you can go to, you can go to busted, BUSTDD.com, and you can see the things that Laura offers, including bras. So she can help you order a bra, and they're pretty ones too. So they're not like, they don't look like the old Playtex, if you remember those from the 60s. These are very stylish, they're comfortable. And so definitely check out her website and then reach out if you would like to have a free consultation, and then go from there. Laura, is there anything else you want to add? I mean, I know you're on Facebook.com/busted, BUSTDD, and same with Instagram, correct?
Yep. BUSTDD is our social media handles on Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, I would just say like I guess the thing I would like to leave women with is don't be afraid to have been wrong about this your whole life, because it's not your fault. It's a complicated industry. All the brands fit differently, and how we got here is sort of an interesting story that could maybe be saved for another day. I'm actually going to be doing a social media post about the history of how sizing got to where it was and why all women wear 4 inches too big. But I don't want women to be, I think a lot of women are scared of the process or afraid of being different, or it's really uncomfortable. Nobody likes swimsuit shopping. Nobody likes bra shopping. Like, it's uncomfortable. I think I will hopefully change your views and opinion on that. I've seen it all. So I just really want to make you feel better and If that means that we change your bra size to make you feel better, then at the end of the day, you feel better. So I don't want women to be afraid of that kind of change. So that's what I will just leave you with. And if there's anything I can help you with, let me know. But it's not your fault. I'm here to help.
Yeah, it's not your fault. I love that. So thank you, Laura, for sharing this information, for getting this out there for women, and being the bra the bust supporter.
Yes. I did change my title earlier this year to Chief Support Officer. It was kind of a kitschy play on words, but so important to me that it's not just about selling bras. It's that I really want to help women look better, feel better, and not be so frustrated by the experience.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you again. And ladies, go check out Laura's website, bustdd.com. And thank you so much for listening today. Share this with anyone you know who is maybe struggling with their own discomfort. And I'm going to say goodbye, but we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you for stopping by My Golden Life.